Welcome to Damu Kiwi Conversations. We are coming with Hip Hop Police, the docu-series live. We're going to start off from the beginning, let you know a little bit about the tensions between in Los Angeles between the melanated communities in the inner cities of South Central Los Angeles, Compton, Watts, Long Beach, Inglewood, West LA, etc. Let's get right into it, man.
Citywide riots sparked by
what we wanted was clear direction so that we could respond to make the city safe again.
In terms of getting the people on the street, it's taken us a little longer than I had hoped.
This huge sense of frustration over the lack of response.
decided not to attend a riot that it co-created.
6 days of violence, 1,000 injured.
Both to Florence and Normandy and not abandon that intersection and let it become a flashpoint. It was a crisis of leadership.
20 years ago, we were at war with LAPD.
And, it is my goal that never, ever happen again in the city of Los Angeles. That my kids never have to feel the way that I felt that night watching my police department fail. LA was a place without law.
LAPD.
So this was the benches overran the cup, and this is what you got: total dissatisfaction and a response from the inner city communities. We're going to get into during the 1992 riots. There was negotiations from the penitentiary and on a gang truce, and we're going to get into that. But let me show y'all a little bit more vivid pictures of the riot, because I want y'all who probably weren't even alive at that time to be able to, really understand. Let's go.
Oh, no. Okay,
Y'all hear that helicopter?
Keith?
Traumatizing memories when you hear that helicopter. Traumatizing memories when you remember Natasha Harley, the beating of Reginald Denny. It was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, Keith and Kelly, this is Cliff. Can you? Yeah, we're trying the best we can. We also have some other information. The PD helicopter just left here. The pilot's reporting a situation. We'll cover this, and he departed northbound. I think he's going to try to land someplace, but I don't know whether he was hit with something or not. But, boy, I tell you, it's really a nasty, nasty situation.
I think y'all get. I don't want to do too many graphic images, but I think y'all could get the picture of how terrible this was. So during that time, the Crips and Bloods created what was to be known as the Gang Peace Treaty. Shout out to Cam for that classic hit he made, You know what I'm saying? Cam from Watts called Peace Treaty, and we ain't gonna play it because they ain't gonna let me monetize. But he made an anthem about the Peace Treaty. Let's get into this footage real quick. Let's go.
I need to make sure. I need right here on this side. Start coming. Don't come up here unless you're gonna take it because I don't want no jive and no mess. 2 Bloods, 2 Crips. Let me tell you what you learn about being an ambassador for the Bloods and Crips. You learn diplomatic relationships. You're gonna learn something from this experience. Believe me. First of all, if you're a coward, right over there for the Bloods. I want to be able to single out you. I don't know who you are. 2 Crips on this side who want to get a job as ambassadors. Let me rephrase that again, okay? We got more people coming. I want to make sure everybody understands. Showing the unity, we have everybody up here, 5 Bloods and 5 Crips that will go out of Los Angeles, and we will take you from city to city, state to state, and spread the word that we're going to love each other, and we're going to spread the good news that it's time for unity. We're going to pay for your trip, we're going to pay you for the job, and we're going to work with you and set up the meetings. I got 2 Bloods already came up. Do I have 2 Crips that'll come up and take the job? There's 2 here? Go. Listen, I just find out a question. That's my microphone. I just find out a question. I just that's fine.
But we couldn't hear it in there, so can you tell me what happened? Tell me what.
Well, they was talking about everybody getting together and unite and stop the violence and, stop all the killing and killing kids and all that, because you get together and unite together and stop all this killing, everything will be fine. Everybody can go anywhere, anybody can go enjoy going to a club or party, anything like that. So that's what they was talking about mostly, but stopping all the killing and the violence.
I'm gonna stop it there. As long as you got life, you will have death. As long as you got good, you'll have evil. So I don't think that we'll ever be able to stop all of the killing. But if we can negate the majority of the dumb, stupid killing, I think that we'll be better off, right? But I'm not naive enough to believe that somebody ain't hungry today and will go by any means to do that. I'm not naive enough to believe that some people are scared to get their butt whooped, and instead of fighting, they'll up a gun and rather do 30 years to life in prison than to take an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? So that was the peace treaty, and from there, growing up as a product of my environment in South Central Los Angeles, that the desire in me witnessing that change between wars, that was 1992. So you're talking about 30 something years of Crip and Blood wars and gang wars in Los Angeles. Since 1968, 69, the Crips started. I'm from Brims. That's 1968. All the way to 1992, different warring factions with little to no diplomatic ties. And that helped to birth me, once seeing that, a desire to start Active Chuck's Entertainment. When you look in the back and you see that them red and blue dragons coming and unifying on the mic and to turn into the logo, which is the microphone with a red and a blue Chuck symbolizing a ride, West Coast, right? Los Angeles, our culture, right? A red and a blue through music and entertainment. I understood that was a platform for that, music and entertainment, where the two can come together without all of that. Let's get into the relationships or lack thereof with the police around the time that this peace treaty was formed, right? So I'll share this with y'all, and let me put it up on the board for y'all. The relationship between the Black community and law enforcement in Los Angeles remains tense, with many acknowledging the systemic racism persists. Explanation: police brutality. Black people are disproportionately killed by police in Los Angeles County. Economic inequalities. The economic disparities that led to the 1992 riots persist today. Systemic racism. Racism in policing and society continues, including over-policing of Black communities. Community mistrust. Some say that there is a need for a community of trust between law enforcement, government, and the people. I don't believe that. I believe that segregation is the only way we're going to ever have peace within our own community. Self-government, sovereignty, policing ourselves, because it's in our interest, our own self-interest, to govern our own and to police our communities, protect our families, not importing foreigners that's not of our community to do it. So now, after the peace treaty, it only lasts several days. If you listen to the stories that my big homies in them was telling us, the police was telling us about the police locking brothers up, utilizing their cars to go do drive-bys on different hoods, and it's not in the police's interest to see a ceasefire go down. In fact, it's totally against their interest of being able to extort taxpayers' dollars to police these communities that are high in crime. So look at the number of gang homicides, right? You had it peak out in 1992, right? The peace treaty happened for several days. The next year, the gang murders, not murders, period, just Bloods versus Crips, 724 unalived. 1993. Then 1994 skyrockets back up to 779. Then it skyrockets back up in 1995 to a peak 887 gang murders, Bloods and Crips. This is my generation. And you talking about from 92 to 93. These were the bloody 80s, 1980 gang murders. And they continued to climb, peaking in 92. But then 1995, this period right here, looks to be the most terrible in all of the years of the gang murders. And this was after the police worked and took measures to stop the peace treaty that was going on in Los Angeles. Now, it's not just the local police officers, they're just proxies of the state, which is proxies of the federal government. So I'm going to read y'all this, and then we're going to end this segment and get to going into some of these police officers. Let's show y'all this real quick. Don't never forget this, because we're going to show you in the Hip-Hop Police docu-series these tactics. Many of the tactics used in COINTELPRO are alleged to have seen continued use, including discrediting targets through psychological warfare, smearing individuals and groups using forged documents like fake paperwork, and by planting false reports in the media. Today it would be social media. Harassment, wrongful imprisonment, illegal violence, and assassination. We're going to show y'all that and introduce you to some of the players in this hip-hop police docu-series. Let's go.